What's up guys, Takedown here, and today we're going to talk about Survivor Series 2017. So this year's Survivor Series pay-per-view is already starting to heat up. This year's theme is based on brand supremacy, which I'm excited about. I love the fact that they're doing this. I remember the pay-per-view bragging rights whenever they used to have that. I'm glad they're tying that into Survivor Series. Not a lot of people are, but to me it makes more sense than just having a bunch of random traditional matches. These are based on a purpose and to see which brand will come out top at the end of the pay-per-view. This is one of the first crossover pay-per-views that WWE has had in a while. Now that the brands are split up, you see Raw pay-per-views or you see Smackdown pay-per-views for the most part, excluding some SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Today, I'm just going to talk about each match individually, who is involved, what I think may or may not happen. So we're just going to get right into it, starting with the Cruiserweight Championship match. Enzo Amore, the current champion, facing Kalisto. Now I'm excited for this rivalry right now. I'm a huge Kalisto fan. I was not too happy that Kalisto lost the championship, but I'm glad he's getting a chance to take it back, and I honestly think Kalisto can do that. I think they're really trying to push not only Enzo Amore, because he's never won a championship in the WWE until he won the Cruiserweight Championship, but I think Kalisto doesn't have too much going for him in the WWE, and I think they're kind of putting a step back on him right now and giving him a chance to light up the audience by putting him in the Cruiserweight division. Kalisto is extremely athletic, and I think he will have one up on Enzo Amore at the pay-per-view. We shall see, but my prediction for the match is Kalisto is going to come out on top, and he will be the two-time Cruiserweight champion at the end of Survivor Series. So that is the only match at Survivor Series that is not a Smackdown versus Raw. That's based on it's a Cruiserweight match. The Cruiserweight has its own kind of division within the WWE. It is part of Raw, but it's its own division. So now we're getting into the brand supremacy part. I'm just going to start off at the top of the list, starting with Raw's tag team versus SmackDown's tag team. It was the Shield versus the Usos. Now there has been a change as the Raw tag team champions has been changed. The Shield lost the tag team championships to Cesaro and Sheamus. So the match is currently the Raw tag team champions Cesaro and Sheamus versus Smackdown tag team champions the Usos. Honestly, I think it's a good move in a way. I mean, Roman Reigns would have been a little bit awkward knowing that his Shield brothers are facing his real life cousins, and I think that might have been a key factor of why they had to make the switch. But let's face it, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, pretty sure they would have beat the Usos, no question. But now that it's switched it up, I think the Usos have a little bit more of a chance. Not much, but a little bit. I would have loved to see the Hardy Boys been the tag team champions going into the Survivor Series so they can represent Team Raw, but I know Jeff Hardy is injured right now. So my prediction for the match is quite simple. I think Raw might have the upper hand in this match. The next match we will talk about is the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, versus SmackDown Women's Champion, Natalya. Honestly, I'm almost split 50-50 on this match based on Alexa Bliss's moves. Her speed, I think, could overpower Natalya, but in the same way, Natalya is Canadian. I'm Canadian. I gotta cheer for her. I'm glad she's a SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm glad she got a championship back. It's been years since she's held a title. I still think Alexa Bliss is going to win. Alexa Bliss has been a SmackDown Women's Champion and she's Raw Women's Champion. She's the only one on the roster currently that has done that since they have brought both titles, a Raw and a SmackDown Women's Champion, back, and I think that says something. Now, I think Alexa Bliss will win, so it's going to be really interesting to see what will happen at the pay-per-view. The next match, which I'm excited about, it's the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, versus the United States Champion, Baron Corbin. The Miz is part of Raw, Baron Corbin is part of SmackDown. Honestly, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, they could play a huge factor in this match. They could come out, interfere, and Baron Corbin lose, which I wouldn't put it past The Miz to win that way. But if we're based on just ability and not the chance of there being an interference in this match, I think Baron Corbin is going to come out on top, but there's still the chance of a interference in the match. The next match I will be talking about is the Women's 5-on-5 Traditional Survivor Series Elimination match. SmackDown members are going to be the team captain, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Tamina, Charlotte, and Naomi. That That right there is an all-star team. Raw members, other than the one they're missing, Alicia Fox is the team captain, but she's going to have Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, and Asuka on her team. And I think that alone is an amazing team. But that match right there, as of right now, because Raw is missing one member, I'm going to say SmackDown has it. But while we're talking about the traditional Survivor Series elimination matches, there is a men's 5-on-5 match. Now, before I say this match, this year I'm a little bit disappointed. The traditional Survivor Series elimination matches have always been, I think, 7 to 8 members each team. This year I see why they split it up, because they wanted brand supremacy. They didn't want it to be overcrowded. They want the people in the match to be known and show what they can do. But I think they could have still done an 8-on-8 match. I'm extremely excited on the match though, based on who is in it, and it's going to be extreme. Kurt Angle is the captain for Team Raw, and he has his team stat. I knew Jason Jordan was going to be part of it, and he has been chosen as a member. Kurt Angle has also picked Finn Balor, which I haven't seen too much of Finn Balor recently. I think he's made a return, but this is kind of his biggest push that I've seen recently. And Samoa Joe, who I'm excited to see. But the biggest flaw with this match, in my opinion, is Braun Strowman. Honestly, Kurt Angle, I think you made a big flunk with picking him. Think back at the TLC match where you were against him. He had a problem with his team. His team got rid of him, threw him in the garbage truck, and I think he might want a little bit more revenge, and I think that could be the reason Raw loses this match. But SmackDown's team is on fire. Literally, I think SmackDown might have the upper hand based on its members. Shane McMahon announced that he's going to be the captain for Team SmackDown, and that is extreme. At first, I wanted Angle versus Shane McMahon anyways. Whenever I seen that what was going to happen at the pay-per-view, that it was going to be brand supremacy, that I thought would have been cool, but to have them part of the traditional tag team matches is even cooler. Shane McMahon has on his side Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, and they've announced today John Cena has joined the team, so he's the final member of Team SmackDown. And with that being said, I think that's a really, really good odds for them. I'm going to have to give it to SmackDown this win. That is my prediction. Prove me wrong, WWE. I would love to see that. I would love to see Kurt Angle come out on top in his second match in his return. That would be 2 wins since his return. That would be phenomenal. Speaking of phenomenal, November 7th, AJ Styles over in the UK has beaten Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar and Jinder Mahal were set to fight at the pay-per-view, and that actually started the whole talk of brand supremacy whenever Jinder Mahal challenged him before it was even set that it was going to be a brand supremacy pay-per-view. But since losing the WWE Championship, Jinder Mahal has been taken out of this match. AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar is the current main event of Survivor Series. Everybody, in my opinion, is going to think AJ Styles is going to lose. I say nay. He is athletic, he is fast, but I think his speed could be the reason Brock Lesnar loses this match. Now, whenever it was Jinder versus Brock Lesnar, it was power versus power, and we all know Brock Lesnar is the powerhouse of the WWE. And I am a Brock Lesnar fan, so I had to give it to him, but now I'm torn 50-50 yet again based on the match's ability. Each person has their own style. Brock Lesnar, if he goes Suplex City, it's his, but AJ Styles could avoid everything by going really fast, and I think that would be really cool, and I think AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar is a cool match. Honestly, I don't have a prediction for this match. I think part of me wants Brock Lesnar to win because he's my boy. It's Brock Lesnar, but I like the fact that AJ Styles has been added to the match. AJ Styles is my top guy on SmackDown, hence he's the WWE Champion 2-time right now, but I think AJ Styles could have an upper hand with his speed and abilities. But that is just me, and with that being said, I will leave this here. Those are my predictions for the pay-per-view. Comment down below who you think is going to win or who you want to win. Do you think Raw or SmackDown will come out on top in the total brand supremacy? I think tallying it up and seeing who has the most wins. I really want SmackDown to win, or really wanted SmackDown to win. I've always been a SmackDown fan, but I will leave this video here. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up because that will make me want to do more videos like this in future pay-per-views. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.